right, sorry about that. My microphone died, and I was trying to figure out how to start this. Ace up 2-0 here in the first set of their third match. Avery serves. Hit that off McKinley block. Cassie over to Amelia. Amelia across and with another kill. Amelia's second kill early in the first set here. Ace up 3-0. Avery serves. Ace 0-2 so far, looking to win this third match here in their cross-pool battle with Valor 17-1. Valor able to get that one up there. Outside goes up for a hit, and he's able to hit it. Sophie gets that one up. Rico able to get over and recover. Amelia sends a free ball over the net. Valor gets that to the right side, goes up for a hit, into a block. Good from Amelia. Amelia responsible for 3 of the first 4 points here in this set. Ace up 4-0. Avery serves. In the air from Avery. Valor able to get down. Get that over to their outside. Sends a down ball over the net. Sophie able to get there. Get it to Cassie. Cassie sets out one for Amelia on the outside. Feed the hot hand. Valor gets that to their outside. Goes for a hit. Inside. That's going to be a point for Valor. Valor to serve down 1-4. Mael in for Avery in the back row. In the air from Valor. Sophie able to get that one down. Nope, slide over pass. Cassie able to tip it over the net. Valor able to recover and get it back over. Mael with the pass to Cassie. Cassie to McKinley right there in the middle. Through the block. Valor able to dig that one out. Get a pass over to the right side who gets a hit. Sophie able to get that one to Cassie. Cassie sends it all the way across court to Amelia, who jumps too early, cannot get to it. That is a point for Valor. Valor to serve. Valor to serve. Down 2-4. I forgot I don't have a microphone on my hat right now, so I got to stand next to the phone so you can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me way over here. My apologies. Valor serving down 2-4. Sophie to Mael. Mael to Rico, able to send a free ball over the net. Valor able to get that one up, sets it up back to the right side, goes up for a hit. Into a block, out of bounds. Valor with the point. Valor to serve down 3-4. Valor serving down 3-4. Sophie able to get that one up. Amelia sets out over to Cassie. Cassie the setter. Gets a down ball over. Valor sets it up to their middle. Sophie able to handle that hit. Cassie gets that one over to Amelia. Amelia with the hit. Cross court with another kill from Amelia. Amelia now has 4 of Ace's 5 points with a block and 3 kills. Ace up 5-3. Cassie to serve. Ball's in the air from the captain. Valor able to get down, sets that one over to their outside, goes up for a hit. She tips it over. Cassie able to get there. Mael sets it up for Rico. Rico the lefty tips it with her right. What it is called I think Mael left her feet, a back row hit maybe. All right, point Valor. Valor serving down 4-5. Ball's in the air. Sophie's able to get that to Cassie. Cassie up for Rico. Rico the lefty spins it off her hand. Valor able to get that one. Sends two-handed pass over the net. Mael to Cassie. Cassie sets that one for Rico on the right side. Tips it with her right hand and gets a kill with it. Callie Rico being versatile. Oh, Lola in for Amelia and to serve. Ball's in the air from Lola. Valor able to get that one up to their setter. Setter to their middle. Tips it over. Rico's able to recover. Gets it over the net. Oh, and that is Valor reaching over the net for an offensive play, which is against the rules. Point ace. Ace up 7-4. Lola serving. Ball's in the air from Lola. Valor able to get underneath that one. Setter to their middle. Middle goes up, tips it over. Cassie able to recover. McKinley hits it over, but she gets called for a double. That's a point for Valor. Valor to serve down 5-7. Ball's in the air from Valor. Service error. Point ace. Ace to serve up 8-5. Mael to serve. Avery into the front row. Ball's in the air from Mael. Service error. Point Valor. Valor to serve down 6-8. Ball's in the air. Lola able to get that one to Cassie. Cassie to Avery. Avery underruns the set. Overruns the set. I'm not sure. She didn't get to it. It fell. Point in Valor. Valor to serve down 7-8. Lola hits that one straight up. Miscommunication by the rest of the team. It drops. We are tied at 8. Valor serving. Ball's in the air. Sophie able to get that one to Cassie. Cassie all the way over to Sophie. Into a block, but it's out of bounds. Point for Ace. Ace up 9-8. Rico to serve. Ball's in the air from Rico. That drops over the net, but Valor is able to get down and get it up. Their middle gets a hit over. Rico able to dig that one to Cassie. Cassie over to Sophie with a hit. Valor able to dig that one to their setter. Their outside hits it around a block and off of Rico. We are tied at 9. Kaylee in for Rico in the back row. Ball's in the air from Valor. Mael gets down. Cassie can't get to it. Point for Valor. Valor up 10-9. Ball's in the air from Valor. Mael gets that one up. Cassie. Cassie gets a bump set over to Sophie. Sophie with a hit into a block. Cannot recover. Valor up 11-9. Maggie coming in for Sophie. Ball's in the air for Valor. Lola able to get down. Cassie sends a tip backwards. Perfect setter dump right down the line. Kill for Cassie. Point for Ace. Ace serving down 10-11. Maggie to serve. Amelia into the front row for Lola. Ball's in the air for Maggie. Service error. Point Valor. Valor up 12-10. Service in the air from Valor. Maggie hits that one. Amelia able to save it. Goes over the net. Valor able to get that to the setter. Set it up for their outside. Gets a hit. Maggie leans over. Can't quite reach that one without moving her feet a little more. Point Valor. Valor up 13-10. Ball's in the air. Mael to Cassie. Cassie to Avery, who hits it too hard. Did not hit it down. 14-10 Valor. Ball's in the air from Valor. Kaylee able to get down. Amelia cannot get to that. It's an ace for Valor. Valor up 15-10. Timeout ace. We are back from timeout. I'm going to see if this other microphone is still alive that the girls had. Ball's in the air from Valor. Kaylee gets that one to Cassie. Cassie to Avery. Into the net. That's a point for Valor. All right, no go. They are both dead. I got to charge them. Normally not using two microphones for 3 straight matches with no break, so we'll charge them up. And see what happens from there. Avery serving, down 11-16. McKinley into the front row. Ball's in the air from Avery. Valor. Overpass. Cassie sets that one up for Kaylee. Kaylee sends it over to Amelia. Loses the battle at the net. That's a point for Valor. Valor up 17-11 here in the first set. Match number 3. Mael coming in for Avery. In the back row. Ball's in the air for Valor. Mael to Cassie, sends it over with a dump. Valor able to cover that one and get over to the right side. Goes up for a hit around the block. That is outside the line. That is a point for Ace. Ace to serve down 12-17. Captain Cassie Barney to serve. Yes, it's you. The captain. Valor able to recover from Amelia's hit. Back over the net. Cassie to Rico. Rico with a right-handed tip. Valor able to get their hands on that one. Back to Cassie. Cassie to Mael. Rico with a left-handed hit and a kill. (17-13). Rico came in for Kaylee. Ball served, kill, Rico. There we go. Ace serving down 13-17. Ball's in the air. Valor gets that one to the right side, goes up for a hit. McKinley gets her hand on it. Cassie dives, gets a hand on it, cannot keep it up off the ground. Valor serving up 18-13. Ball's in the air from Valor. Maggie cannot handle it. That is an ace for Valor. Valor up 19-13. Valor with the serve up 19-13. Barely get that one over the net. Sophie was able to dive but not get it quite up where her teammate could get to it. Valor up 20-13. Ball's in the air. Sophie to Cassie. Cassie to McKinley. McKinley with a kill through the block. Ace serving down 14-20. Lola coming in for Amelia to serve. Oh, I missed the Sophie Maggie substitution last time. My apologies. Lineup's right again. Gotta quit doing that. Lola with the serve. Valor gets out with another setter. Setter to their middle. The middle tips it over. Oh, it's going to get called for a lift. That's a point for Ace. Ace within 5, serving down 15-20. Lola serves. Ball's in the air from Lola. Over to the right side of Valor. McKinley gets a hand on it. Cassie cannot get down to it off of the block. Valor serving up 21-15 here in the first set of match number 3. Ball's in the air. Lola able to get that one to Cassie. Cassie sets that one up for Maggie. Maggie with a hit. Valor able to get it once, twice. They send it backwards, two-handed pass over the net. It's not called for a double. McKinley with a kill there, though. Strong. That's a preview of school season right there. McKinley and Avery are going to be the middles. Lyell coming in to serve. Avery into the front row. Ball's in the air from Lyell. Nice cross-court serve. Valor gets it to their setter. Their middle goes up for a hit and a kill. That's a point for Valor. Valor up 22-16. Ball's in the air. Avery gets the cross-court kill with a tip. Ace now down 17-22. Rico serving. Rico with the serve. Gets it to the right side and a kill. Valor up 23-17. Valor to the middle. Cassie and Avery get a block. Valor is able to recover. Mael to Cassie sends it over. Valor is able to sniff that one out. They get it to their center. Their middle goes up for a hit. Avery gets a hands on it. Mael's able to dig off that. Cassie sends it to Maggie. Maggie into the net. That's a point for Valor. Valor up 24-17 here in set number 1. Set point for Valor. Ball's in the air from Valor. Kaylee gets down. Cassie is able to get all the way over. Mael sends a free ball over the net. Valor able to dig that one from the line, get it to their outside who gets a hit. Kaylee able to dig that one. Cassie sends it across court to Maggie. Misses the ball. That's a point for Valor. Valor is won the first set 25-17. We'll see in about 3 minutes. All right, we are back. Cassie, Avery, McKinley, Amelia, Sophie, whose jersey number I will change before tomorrow, and Rico. Valor's going to have the serve here in the second set of match number 3. As a result of us finishing third in our morning little 3-team round robin there, we do not have to ref when we're done. So we get to go home after this. An early day for volleyball, that's for sure. Win or lose, we get to go home after this. All right, Ace needs to win this to force the third set. Valor looking to close it out in 2. Valor with the serve, tied at 0 here in set number 2. Ball is in the air from Valor. Rico unable to handle that one. And Valor starts that one off with an ace. 1-0 Valor. Ball's in the air. Sophie cannot handle that one. 2 serves, 2 aces for Valor. Valor up 2-0. Ball's in the air from Valor. Rico able to get that one over to Cassie. Cassie gets that one up for Amelia with a hit into a block. McKinley saves the block. Sophie with a two-handed pass off the over-ass. Ill attempt from Valor. Amelia sends a free ball over the net. Valor sends it over to their outside for a hit. Into and through the block. Cassie tips it over the net. Valor able to save and get it over. And, man, they earned that point. 3-0. Valor with the serve. Ball is in the air. Sophie able to get that one down to Cassie. Cassie with the setter dump. Out of bounds. Right idea. Just a little too far for execution. Valor up 4-0. Valor with the serve. Sophie able to get that one up. Cassie to Amelia. Amelia too strong with that one. Valor up 5-0 here in the second set. Ace with the point. Captain Cassie Barney to serve. Ball's in the air from Cassie. Valor able to get that one to their setter. Further right side, a hit. Out of bounds. Point ace. Ace serving down 2-5. Ball's in the air from Cassie. Down the line, that's an ace for Cassie. An ace for Ace. Ace within 2, down 3-5. Ball's in the air from Cassie. Valor able to get that one up. Set it to their right side. Goes up for a hit. They tip it over. Mael gets that to Cassie. Cassie to Rico. Rico sends the down ball over the net. Valor able to get to that one. A hit from the pipe into the net. That's another point for Ace. Ace on a 4-0 run here within 1, down 4-5. 4-5. That is April 5th. That's a birthday shout out to Miss Pea Pie in Texas. Captain Cassie Barney hits it into the net. It pops up and goes over the net and lands for an ace. We're tied at 5. Ball's in the air. Another ace for Cassie. 6-5. Ace rolled off. 6 points in a row now. Up 6-5. Captain Cassie Barney serving. Ball's in the air from Cassie. Another ace for Cassie. That's 7 points in a row for ace. Up 7-5. Ball's in the air from Cassie. Valor able to get that one to their center. Sets it up for their middle. Two-handed pass over. Rico able to get that to Cassie. Cassie over to Amelia. Amelia with the tip. Valor able to handle that one. Sets it to their right side. Goes up for a hit. They get it over. Cassie's able to dig that one from Mael. Mael over to Rico. Rico with a right-handed hit. Valor able to recover. Mael able to get the dig off of Valor there. Cassie sends a two-handed dump over for a kill. Eight in a row. Cassie serves. Ball's in the air from the captain. Another ace. 9-5 ace here in the second. Ball's in the air from the captain. That is 2 serves that have gone in and bounced up and gone over the net for aces. 10-5 ace. Ball's in the air from Cassie. Valor able to get that one up. Get it to their outside for a hit. Down ball over. Cassie to Amelia. Oh, McKinley and Cassie miscommunicate. Can't get it over to that. The run is over. That's a point for Valor. Valor to serve down 6-10. Heck of a scoring run with Captain Cassie Barney at the service line. Valor serving down 6-10. Ball's in the air. Valor out of rotation. Point for Ace. Ace was almost out of rotation. We'll take the point. Ace up 11-6. Lola coming in for Amelia to serve. Maggie coming in the front row for Sophie. Service error, point Valor. Valor serving down 7-11. Timeout, Valor. No. Timeout, Valor. All right, we back from timeout. Valor serving down 7-11 after the Valor timeout. McKinley, Rico, Cassie, Maggie, Mael, and Lola on the floor. Maggie to Mael, back to Maggie. I'm going to go ahead and say that
Point didn't count. We're not sure what's going on here. Not sure what's going on over here at the scoring table, but the up ref and the other coaches have been talking for a few minutes. Not sure if it was the rotational call a couple points ago or what they are talking about. The up ref is now talking to a player on the other team. The other team are doing competing handstands. Oh, number 2 wins. Lucky she didn't tear something when her teammate pushed her over. Looks like the other coaches might have been questioning our rotation because now the up ref is talking to Coach Page. As it currently stands, Valor is serving down 7-11 here in set number 2. Now they're back at the scoring table. Now Coach Page is going to the ref table, like the head ref table, where all the referees turn in all their paperwork and stuff. To maybe see about rotational stuff, because there's actually a website now that you can go to so you can see live scores in real time. So if you couldn't tune into a live stream or you couldn't be at the venue, you could at least have an app up on your phone that you could go to whatever assigned court you needed to watch scores and rotations. It appears as though we have everything figured out. We are back on the court. Valor serving down 7-11. Seemed like a whole nothing burger. Ball's in the air. Maggie to Mael to Cassie for the free ball. Valor able to scramble, but hit it out of bounds. Point ace. Ace up 12-7. Mael to serve. Avery into the front row. Ace up 12-7 here in the second set. Ball's in the air for Mael. Nice cross court. Avery with an overpass hit. Cannot quite get the kill. Their middle tips it over. Cassie sends it double over the net. That's going to be a point for Valor. Valor serving down 8-12 after that call. Ball's in the air from Valor. Lola able to get that one to Cassie. Cassie sets that one up for Maggie. Maggie with a good hit. Valor able to get that one to their setter. Sets it back over to their right or outside. Hits a down ball over the net. Avery sets that up for Rico. Rico with a hit. Through the block and a kill for Rico. Ace up 13-8. Rico to serve. Rico with a serve. Valor able to get that to their outside. They have to hit a one-handed underhand hit to just save the play on their side, and they do. Maggie rolls one over the net. Valor can't recover. That's a point for Ace. Ace up 14-8. Rico serving. Ball's in the air from Rico. Valor gets it to their setter. Their middle tips it over right at Cassie. Cassie gets it up. Avery gets tip over. Valor able to cover that one. Set over to their outside with a big hit. Lola able to get that one to Cassie, who sends it directly over the net for a nice setter dump and a kill from Cassie. Point for Ace. Ace up 15-8 here in set number 2. Rico, service error, point Valor. Valor to serve down 9-15. Valor with the serve. Kaylee to Mael. Mael to Maggie. Into a block. Valor does recover, gets it back over. Kaylee is in for Rico. I'll do that. Valor with the hit. Avery with the block. Valor gets it back over. Cassie with the save. Maggie hits it over. It goes out. That is a point for Valor. Valor up, or excuse me, down 10-15 and serving. That's a good volley back and forth, good reaction back and forth. Maggie just hit that one outside the line. It's an ace for Valor. They're within 4, down 11-15. Valor serving, ace, trying to force this third set here. Ball's in the air. Kaylee gets that one to Cassie. Cassie sends a dump over. Valor, doesn't matter what Valor does there, into the net. That's a point for Ace. Ace serving up 16-11. Sophie coming in for Maggie. Sophie to serve. Amelia coming in the front row for Lola. For those of you wondering why I haven't called Addison's name much today, she played the first set of the first match, came out after that. She jammed her thumb in practice on Thursday, and apparently it is not feeling too hot. So we'll get an update on that for you tomorrow. Service error from Sophie, point Valor. That serve from Sophie hit Cassie in the hand. Cassie's hand was directly behind Avery's head, so Cassie effectively slapped Avery in the back of the head off that serve. Valor with the serve. Amelia with a hit and a kill. Ace up 17-12. Avery to serve. McKinley into the front row. Ball's in the air from Avery. Service error. Point Valor. Valor to serve down 13-17. Mael back into the back row for Avery. Valor serving down 13-17 here in set number 2. Ball's in the air. Mael able to get that to Cassie. Cassie sets that one up for Amelia. Valor able to cover, get that to their center, to their outside for a big hit, into Cassie's block, all out of bounds off her hands, point for Valor. Valor down 14-17. And serving. Ball's in the air from Valor. Kaylee gets that one to Cassie. Cassie sets that one up for McKinley. Tips it over. Valor unable to get to it. It's a kill for McKinley and a point for Ace. Ace up 18-14. I already told you that the Star Spangled Banner was written in 1814, but also during the War of 1812 and 1814, the United States got an assist from Mother Nature. When the British started burning Washington, D.C., there was a big rainstorm, helped put out a lot of those fires. Captain Cassie Barney serving. Rico was into the front row for Kaylee. Valor with a big hit. Mael able to get a dig, but not up high enough for a teammate to get it. Valor with a point. Valor serving down 15-18. Ball's in the air from Valor. Mael to Cassie. Cassie sets it up for Rico. Rico the lefty with a big hit. Valor able to hit it immediately back over. McKinley with a dump. Almost 2 in a row. Ace can't recover there. That's a point for Valor. Valor serving down 16-18. Ball's in the air for Valor. Sophie able to get that one to Cassie. Cassie to Amelia. Amelia with a hit. Too strong. Point Valor. Valor within 1. Down 17-18. Timeout, Ace. Valor serving down 17-18. Just wave high, it's fine. I don't mind. Valor with an ace. We are tied at 18. Ball's in the air from Valor. Mael able to get that one to Cassie. Cassie to McKinley. McKinley goes up. Does not get it over the net. That is a double hit or 4 hits. You take your pick. Both against the rules. Valor up 19-18 here in the second set. They rolled off 6 points in a row. Ball's in the air for Valor. Rico to Cassie. Cassie over back to Rico, the lefty, with a good hit. And a kill that counts. Point ace. We are tied at 19. Lola coming in to serve for Amelia. Maggie into the front row for Sophie. All tied up at 19 here. Second set. Ace trying to force that third. Lola with the serve. Valor gets it to their setter, to their middle. He just sends a down ball over the net. Cassie to Mael. Mael sets that up for Rico. Rico with the lefty with a hit. And a kill. Valor cannot recover. Ace up 20-19. Lola serves. Ball's in the air from Lola. Valor able to get that to their outside and a hit off the antenna. That's going to be a point for Valor. We are tied at 20 here in the second set. Ball's in the air from Valor. Maggie to Mael. Cannot handle it. Point for Valor. Valor up 21-20 in set number 2. Valor did take the first one, 25-17. Ace looking to force the third one here still. Valor with the ball in the air. Maggie to Mael. Mael all the way across to Rico. Sends a free ball over the net. Valor able to handle that one just fine from their setter. Setter to their middle. And a hit. Cassie able to get down to Rico. Rico to McKinley. McKinley with a nice hit. Valor able to get that one up. Get a bump set over to their outside who gets a hit. Cassie able to dig that one. Mael sets that up for Rico. Rico with a hit. Through the block. Valor able to recover. Get that one to send a two-handed pass over the net. Mael to miscommunication between Maggie and Cassie. That's a point for Valor. Valor up 22-20. Ball's in the air for Valor. Mael to Cassie. Cassie to Maggie. Maggie with a hit. Cross court. Too strong across the court. Point for Valor. Valor up 23-20. Valor on a 10-2 run. Timeout, Ace. Back from timeout. Valor up 23-20. Ball's in the air. Maggie able to get that right back over. Valor able to save that one to their outside. Who gets a down ball to Lola. Lola to McKinley over the net. Back to their outside for Valor. Another down ball into a block, which falls. That is a point for Valor. Set and match point for Valor. Up 24-20. Avery into the back row. Avery able to dig that to Cassie. Cassie able to get it over. Valor able to get that to their outside. Goes up for a hit. They get a hit and a strong hit for a kill. That ends Ace's day. Oh, never mind. I lied because Valor was called into the net. Which means it's 24-21. 28, 7, 25, 11, 24. Yep. And Mael is serving. I ain't heard no fat lady. Mael serves down 21-24. That time they get the kill. That was short-lived absolution there for Ace. They lose the second set 25-21. More competitive than the first. They drop all 3 matches today. We will see you tomorrow. I don't know what time. So until then, those of you interested, I will send some text messages out with what time we play. See you tomorrow.